Hello everyone, this is Zeeebo and welcome to this AFK journey video. So in this AFK journey video, we're going to run through all the working codes in 2025 as of January. And this is because we are reaching season 3 and I can see a lot of new people joining us. And if you guys are new to the channel, I welcome you guys. Do know that you can redeem your game codes from the redeem code over here. And in today's video, we're going to run through all the codes from the past to the present and see which one is still working. Right, so we'll run through some of the latest one as well as some of the older ones to see whether or not some of the older ones are still available. And without further ado, let's start with the latest 3 which came from the video. So this 3 definitely works. So the number 1 is Snow Lawson, so this will give you 300 gems. Chains of Eternity, this will give you 200 gems. AFK White Ridge, which will give you 200 gems over here, and AFK Ice Season over here giving you another 200 gems and 3 invite letters. So these codes, they're all from the later season 3 trailer. So I'll be including all the codes in the comment section so you guys can just copy paste and just put the codes into your own game. So I'm just going to run through all the codes and see which one are working, and then we filter out those that are not working and then post it in the channel or the comments or in my Discord server itself. So the next one, this is a code that is delivered to us through the mail. I'm not sure whether or not we can claim it. Okay, so this is Zip after keying all the working codes as well as the first battle over here. So once you're done with keying all the codes, it's finally time to progress and start your reroll journey itself. So after keying all the codes, at least as of the 6th of January at the point of recording, you should have 26 invite letters, 10 epic invite letters with 2,100 diamonds over here. So with that, let us progress through the prologue and then do our rerolls. Okay, so this is Zip after a few minutes of claiming everything. So once you reach Holy Stone right here, once you are done with the pre-mission to this Holy Stone mystery, you are pretty much done and ready for a reroll, because this is where you would have gotten, I'll say, most of the resources on the map. So there are some treasure chests where you can open for more gems. There's also some chests behind the battles which you need to fight. So if you're somebody who just wants a quick reroll to see whether this account is for you, then you can skip all this, just run to Holy Stone and then open your mailbox over here. So once you're done, you'll be able to get all this good stuff, right? Welcome Magister Merlin, so this is 300 gems. Dreamy Letter, which is one of the codes just now, and then we have Best iPhone Game of the Year and Best Game of 2024, and also the Welcome to Asperia. So on top of that, we have some of the invite letters from all these quests which you can claim, but if let's say you want to progress on this account, I'll advise you not to claim it first. Claim all the stuff from the Growth Path as well as the Growth Trials. I think there are a few hundred gems, and also the stuff from your missions events over here. So Journey's gift gives you 10 invite letter on day 1, and then all these other missions will require you to have certain units to progress, so you can ignore them. And over here there's 2 more invite letters for you. So after claiming everything, you are ready to reroll, and at this point, if you have ran through the same process that I did, you should have 89 invite letter over here, 31 epic invite letter, 20 stellar crystals, as well as 22 rate up invite letters. So for the rate up invite letter as well as the stellar crystals, I'll say save them up for future use, or until you're confirmed on which unit you want to commit on before using them, because this one super duper precious, and the celestial hypogean characters, they are some of the strongest in the game, so you want to plan carefully which one you want for your account before wasting or using these crystals for the pool itself. Then for the rate up, you can only use it for the rate up character, so you kind of want to commit to the rate up character that you want. So as of now, I won't use it for the reroll unless at the point of rerolling the rate up character is something that you're going after. That's where you can use this rate up invite letter to go for your desired units. So right now we will just be using our 31 epic invite letter as well as our 89 invite letter with the gems over here to do our rerolls. So right here, let's go into the mythical house. Noble Tavern. So the very first 10 recruit is guaranteed to give you this unit Cecile over here, which is pretty decent in the early game but falls off quite hard moving forward. So she's not a unit which I will encourage beginners to actually focus on. And right here there's even more gems, so we're gonna share. We get another 50 gems. Okay, and then we skip the animation. So this is our very first 10 summon, and you can share for even more gems. So this will give you quite a bit of gem reserves to start your re-rolling, to see whether or not you want to keep this account. So once you do your 30 rolls itself, so right here we skip. We're going to skip all the animation. Yeah, because I pretty much know all the units. So we're going to skip all this. Okay, wait, there's one more thing I kind of forgot to tell you guys. You catch it off the first time summoning animation, but that's that. Okay, so this is my 20th summon. So once you reach this 30 summon count, so we have 8 more to go, right? So let's do 8 more, and you guys can see what I mean. On the 30th summon, there is a guaranteed healer between Smokey, Hewin, as well as Rowan. So these 3 healers or supports, they are insanely powerful, and amongst the 3, I'll say Smokey is probably the best, followed by Rowan and Hewin for beginners. So this is it. We have Smokey, very good start. So Smokey will come on the 30th summon on this banner. Okay, so once you are done with this, right, stop there. You have unlocked the wish list over here, and this is where you actually plan out the units that will appear from this banner over here. So right now, if you are a complete beginner, which I'm assuming you are, if you're watching this video in 2025, then this will be my recommended wish list setup. So we're gonna put Vala, Sonia, and then for the A level one, we will put Sinbad together with Corinne, generally really good characters. And then right here, probably Mikola and Smokey, and then Odie and Coco. Then Lily May together with either Iron or Tarsi. I'll definitely take Iron in most cases, because I think Iron is just more versatile for pushing as well. Tarsi is also really good. So between these two, to be really honest, she's the newer one. I think he's a little bit more versatile and just better across multiple different stuff as well, and he's a little bit more handsome to me, so I'll take him. So this 3 I think is okay. I'll explain them later on. Then for the Graveborn one, Ludovic together with Torrent, probably a good choice. And then for the PvP side, right now we don't have Bonnie, but if you're watching this video maybe 1 to 2 weeks later, you will get this braid up character over here, Bonnie. Okay, so this character right now has 17 days on the banner. So in 17 days time, she will also appear here, and you want to put her as one of the characters. So this 2 is currently the one that we put. And then for the wildest one, we're going to put this 2. So let me explain why this is my recommended beginner wish list. Okay, so Sonia, very good buffer all around, one of the strongest S level light bearer right now, together with Vala. So Vala's insanely good for the PvP purpose. So you want to have a mix of good PvP as well as PvE characters to balance out your hero roster as a beginner. And then for Sinbad, decently good PvE character. In certain times you use him as a debuffer, and in other times you use him as a semi-carry for the team in the physical teams itself. Corinne, generally versatile in the light bearer, and these 4, they are probably the overall better light bearers in the collection right now. And then for the Mauler side, we have Mikola as well as Smokey. They are the best supports. So we just got him. You can actually develop him all the way to Supreme or at least Mythic Plus to get the EX weapon unlocked so that you can actually start doing DPS with this unit. And then Mikola is really good on the buffing compartment in the Waves of Intrigue season, and moving forward into the brand new season, Chains of Eternity, I think she'll still be decent. But let's say if you want to go for another unit, for example, Shakir, it's also fine. I think it's between Mikola Smokey or Smokey Shakir or Mikola Shakir, up to your personal preference in terms of aesthetics. But power level wise, I think this two is definitely better. Then for the A level Maulers, this two is hands down the best one for beginners. Smokey, king of early game. Coco, also queen of early game. And then for the Wilders, Lily May, one of the strongest unit in the game right now. For the second slot, I think it's between Tasi as well as Iron. But both of these units, they are not accessible elsewhere. So generally speaking, I think if you're talking about team-wise, I think Iron's a little bit more flexible compared to Tasi, be it PvE or PvP. I think Tasi's good, but you probably need a lot more units built up before you want to build her up to carry for you. So that's why I picked Iron from the beginner's perspective. And then for the A level, we go with Arden as well as Almas. So Arden, because Arden and Iron go super duper well together, and they are really good for PvE content, AFK stage pushing itself. And Iron, Almas, Arden, very, very popular pushing unit. And since we have all the supports on top in the form of Sonya, in the form of Mikola as well as Smokey, I think over here we can actually not go for the wilder support like Damien, right? So that's why we put Arden and Almas here. But for this slot, you can actually also put Arden with Damien, or even Damien with Almas, for example. Let's say if you have other plans in the other slots itself. So this is my recommended. And then for the Graveborn, Ludovic, best Graveborn healer, really, really good late game against endless Dream Realm bosses. And then we have Torrent right here, decent frontliner with some debuffing in certain cases, and also can be used to protect your carry. And then we have Sylvina together with Viperion right here. So these are the units for the wishlist, and let us start our rolling journey. Okay, so we are done with the basic one. So slightly unfortunate because for the basic one, right, I'm missing a few hundred diamonds to do another 10 pulls. So I would strongly encourage you guys to actually clear up all the small missions on the map, because I think if I cleared up all the missions, I should be able to get the last 10 pull. But since this is just for the reroll tutorial, I'm not going to do that. So for the next one, we go into the epic invite letter side. So let me go into the epic invite letter side. So for this one, for you to do another 10 pulls, you will need 2,700 gems. So I'm not going to go claim the gems, but let's say if you are doing this for your own account, do try to finish up all the different battles and claim the treasure chest to make up for this number right here. And then for the epic invite letter or the epic recruitment right here, first 10 guaranteed to get one of these S level characters. So right now, this is what I would say is probably the stronger 4 characters all around, like Sonya, Mikola, as well as Smokey. So Lily May is just generally a very versatile character in terms of your PvE contents as well as PvP contents. Same thing as Sonya, and both of them, they are all pretty powerful all around, right, in terms of not just being versatile but also good in the different game modes. And then for Mikola as well as Smokey, they are like pretty much like the go-to supports for most game modes, as well as mainly for your Dream Realm side, for you to secure your daily Dream Realm rankings. And then for Shakir's case, this slot is flexible. So I put in Shakir because Shakir is actually pretty decent all around. Like, Shakir's used a lot in multiple different contents, but I think if you are thinking about a really, really meta character, depends on what you want. So let's say if these 4, they are more for the PvE side of things, then the very last slot can be reserved for a PvP character. Then if that's the case, Tasi might be better. I think Tasi is pretty strong in the PvP side. Or if you want to go full out and prepare for the late game of the Endless Dream Realm, I think Ludovic's also pretty fine, being a pretty decent late gamer for the Dream Realm side. So these are the few recommendations. Basically, don't put units which you can buy in the arena store. So if you guys are not familiar with what I'm talking about, you go into Emporium. There's actually an arena store where you can actually buy once you unlock everything. So if the units are inside, then don't put them here yet, or you might actually want to progress a little bit further to see which one you want if you don't know who you want yet. But this would be, I'll say, like the 5 I'll recommend, with the last one swinging between these few units over here. Okay, so without further ado, let's finish up our last 30 pulls. we are done with the pool session. So this will give us roughly this hero collection right here, and then you will be able to see what units you want and decide whether or not this is an account that you would keep. So for me, looking at this account, having Smokey at the start, having Odie as well, together with Coco, together with Shakir, together with Ludovic, seems pretty decent. So this would be an account which I would say is a keep. So that's it for this 2025 reroll guide. So I hope this is comprehensive enough, especially for the newcomers, and stay tuned for even more wishlist guide moving forward on a monthly basis. I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye guys!